Good evening. It's the 24th and I said I'd make 3 videos this month, so this is the first one. It's just a sit down. I just got home from the gym. I don't know if I've said that already, but this is gonna be like my first exercise, gym, fitness related video, because fitness and the gym is really important for me and my mental and physical health. And a lot of people just might not know how to start, where to start, or anything to do with that. So I'm just gonna have a quick little video running over like a few things, a few points, and hopefully it'll point you in the right direction, or maybe make you want to take up the gym, or maybe even a sport. So I've been going since year 12 in high school, which was 2018. So it's been about this is the 3rd year, pretty much. And I basically go for it's enjoyable. It's something to progress at. It's something to learn. It's something to get better at, and that's a lot of why I like it. And a lot of people fall in love with the gym because it clears your mind, and it just feels really good after you've done. If you do nothing all day and you go to the gym and you at least do something, even if you don't have the best workout, like, it just feels good that you got something done. And that can be something that can be a staple in your day, which not only keeps you physically fit, but it helps your mentalities as well. So what I do personally, I'm running a 3-day split, which means I rotate 3 different sessions and then just repeat those over and over again. So I have a push day, a pull day, and a legs day. And I would recommend that for beginners starting out, regardless if you're male or female. Obviously females are more lower body orientated, so you probably throw another lower body day in and just have an upper body day. But that's something. There are a million bajillion videos on the internet, and I'll mention a few channels later that are really good to watch, and that's how I learned. But I'm currently doing a 3-day split, push pull legs, and at the end of that you have a rest day and then you do it all again. So push is generally chest and shoulders and triceps, so they're all generally pushing movements, which is why it's called push. And then pull is obviously the opposite, which is like back, rear delts, like the back of your shoulders, and biceps. So you sort of do arms 2 days in a row, and because a lot of people like doing arms, me included, you get to do it more days. So that's another little incentive to get to the end of the workout, and then you just do some fun arm workout stuff. And then the 3rd day is legs, and a lot of people hate legs. Everyone skips leg day, but a lot of people generally have a love-hate relationship for it. It's good, it's fucking hard, and generally the harder the thing is, the better you feel after you do it. So yeah, I've push-pull legs, and how I got started, how I learned everything from how to train, from diets to what exercises to do, pretty much YouTube, and a few select people on Instagram have been a really good help. 3 people I would recommend you follow. They give really good information. Would be Coach Eugene Teo. His Instagram and YouTube will be linked below. Zac Perna, he's also really funny and he gives quite good content. I'll link his YouTube channel in the description as well as Nippard. Now, I haven't watched him personally, but a lot of my friends have watched him and said he's really good as well. But yeah, you can check those guys out. They give out really good, informative, technically correct information. It's very easy, and a lot of people give out some false information, and the fitness industry is a bit fucked like that, to be totally honest. But check those 3 guys out. Their links will be in the description, and you'll eventually learn who you like and who you don't like, and you'll start to learn what's true and what isn't. And yeah, you just go watch a bunch of videos, taking as much information as possible, and yeah, see how you go. I'm also going to address some common misconceptions that I had when I first started going to the gym. And the first one, which was really difficult going in, being worried about people, like regular gym goers, looking at me, seeing that I had no idea, and then looking like an idiot. But now that I've been going for a while, you realize that people in there are more concerned about themselves, what they're doing, and what they look like, rather than what you're doing. So that's just a little bit of peace of mind. Like, a lot of people go to the gym to work on themselves and look at themselves, and really don't care what everyone else is doing, which is good, and it gives you peace of mind. And that's just something that you can think about. And one thing that if I knew when I was starting, it would have been a lot easier to get in the gym the first time and to keep coming back. And the second one would be like the whole stigma that working on a specific body part will lose body fat in that area. And a common one would be like, oh, I've got belly fat, so I'm going to do a bunch of sit-ups. When unfortunately, the way your body stores and burns body fat is entirely genetic, and it's not something that you can control, unfortunately. Some people deposit fat on their legs or on their belly or on their back. It's just entirely genetic, and unfortunately it's a bit of the luck of the draw. So if you are looking to lose fat in that area, you're just going to have to lose fat all over in order to reach a specific goal. But that being said, you don't need a six-pack to be happy. A lot of people, me included, got lost in like the bigger your arms are and the more chiseled your six-pack is, the more girls will talk to me, or like the more I'll be attractive, or the more confident I'll be, when really the fact that you're going, and the fact that you know you're working hard and that you're trying to better yourself, shits all over all those other reasons. Like, whether you have a six-pack or you don't, wherever you are in your journey, doesn't matter, because you're there, you're trying to make yourself better, and hopefully you're having a great time. Like, that's the main reason why I go, that's the main reason why a lot of people go and get addicted, because they enjoy it. They enjoy going, they enjoy improving and making themselves feel good. And another misconception is the light weights, you get toned, and heavy weights, that's how you get big muscles. And a lot of women don't want to touch heavy weight because they're worried it'll make them too muscular, when that isn't the case. To grow muscle, you need to give it sufficient stimulus, i.e. from working out, and to give it enough protein, and to recover and replenish it. And women physiologically are built so it is harder for them to gain muscle. So regardless of how heavy you train or how hard you train, it is going to be unlikely you will be built like a brick shit house. Like, there are obviously women out there, and you've seen them on the internet, that are absolutely huge, bigger than me, and like, that's great for them. But if that's not something you want, it's not something you should necessarily be worried about lifting heavy weights, because for those women, they would have worked very hard for a number of years to get to where they are now. So just because you touch heavyweight doesn't mean you're going to get huge and massive, and touching lightweight doesn't mean you're just going to drop body fat and like stuff like that. To grow muscle, like I said before, you need sufficient stimuli via progressive overload, which just means you train harder than last time, which is what the famous Greg Doucette says. He's another YouTube channel that I can link in the description. You progressive overload, you train harder than last time, whether that's lifting more weight, lifting more reps with the same weight, or you're lifting slower, or you're using bands, or there's a bunch of different ways that you can progressively overload. You can have shorter rest times, but yeah, you have sufficient stimuli and you recover via eating properly, eating enough, eating what your body needs, sleeping properly, and all that sort of stuff. So if you haven't been before and you're looking to get in, my recommendations, number one would be to start light. And I know you've probably heard this a million times before, start light and focus on technique. A bunch of these YouTube channels that I've mentioned below will have many instructive videos on how to lift properly, how to lift safely, how to do the exercises, and a bunch of the equipment actually have diagrams on them that sort of teach you how to do it. Now, some are a bit difficult, but if I'm not sure, I usually just stand on the other side of the gym and just stare until someone uses it, and then I can just copy what they're doing so I know how to use it. But yeah, that's the first recommendation. Lift light and focus on technique. My second one here was to recommend 3 channels, but I've already done that, so we'll just move on. The third one would be to do it for fun. You're not going to go to the gym if you don't enjoy going. You're not going to stick to your goals if you don't enjoy going. Do exercises that you like doing. If you like to do bench press, do bench press. If you like to do dumbbells instead of barbells, do dumbbells. You don't have to do barbell bench press to get a big chest. Your chest doesn't know what exercise. That goes for every muscle group. Your legs don't know whether you're squatting or leg pressing. It literally knows no different. So as long as you're training sufficiently hard enough, you're going to grow and you're going to get stronger regardless. Now, if you want to get better at a specific lift, and you're focusing on strength, that's kind of a different approach to lifting. Like if you want to get really strong at a specific thing, then you want to do that thing as much as you can. And strength is a skill, so the more you do it, the better you get and the stronger you'll be. But we're focusing on muscle gain and fat loss and all that types of stuff. We can do a video on strength in the later on in the channel. But yeah, just because you see someone doing something or someone tells you that this is the best exercise, they're lying. There is no best exercise. Everyone is different. Everyone's physiology is different. Everyone's levers are different. Body proportions, starting point. People have injuries. Like, just because someone says something is the best exercise, it might be for them, but it might not be for you. So just keep that in mind. Everyone's different. And if you really enjoy doing something, if you really enjoy doing split-legged squats, do split-legged squats. You don't have to do barbell squats if you don't want to. That's just the reality of the situation. Do what you enjoy doing and what gets you in the gym, and don't worry about anything else. And the last point I have here is try training with a partner. Try getting a friend, whether they know what they're doing or not. Go in and train with someone. Have someone who can drag you in on the days where you don't really feel like going, and someone that you get along with. For me, I go with my friend James. He sometimes doesn't feel like going and I do, and I get him in the gym. Sometimes I don't feel like going and he does, and I get him in the gym, and sometimes we both don't feel like going, but we both sort of have this unspoken agreement that we will go. So having someone else go with you gives you that push to get up and go, essentially. So that's what I recommend. A training partner is really important, really helpful, not essential, but really helpful. The first year I trained was by myself, and while that was fine, having a training partner is also great. So yeah, that's gonna be it. that's going to be my introductory video. I can release more specific videos like what I do on each of the days, specific exercises and how to do those exercises, but I just thought I'd have this first video explaining everything really basically, and we can go into more detail in the future. But this is it. Thanks for watching, and I will hopefully have 2 more uploads before the end of the month. Bye!